Hey everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So on today's video, we are doing the first of the June garden tours. So I think I did 2 in May, so I'll probably do 2 again in June. Everything is looking really good, growing. We actually pulled our first squash the other night, but before we head out there, I wanted to show you 2 things here by the house. One, in a separate video, I'll leave up there. We've started our pumpkin seeds. I'm keeping a dome on them until they germinate because am I crazy for planting 52 pumpkin seeds and putting it in a 1,500 square foot area? Yes, I am. And also these need to go in pretty soon. They're looking a little rough, but these are the, see with the roots? Can you see the roots on here? These are the sucker tomato plants. So I'm trying to wait to plant them to do some succession tomato planting so we have tomatoes throughout the end of the year. But yeah, so let's head over to the garden and let's do a full garden tour.
I'm coming home.
Alrighty, so we're over at the main garden right now. I'm right here by the asparagus bed. Y'all would have seen in another video. I just planted them. I don't really know if they're doing well or not. This is the first time I'm planting asparagus, but I got the bare root from a big box store. So skeptical. And then I have some Romas here that actually have started putting on their first fruit, if you can see it. Crazy. And of course, we're over here by the chicken and turkey coop. They are doing so well. They are so big. We've actually had to put the top on the brooder because they've learned a new trick of jumping out and escaping. So the top had to go on. And of course, I don't know what it is, but I guess I always film a garden tour on watering night, because even though they don't look thirsty, yeah, they definitely don't look thirsty. Tonight is watering night, especially for the corn patch. I'll show you the corn patch too, but I'm going to turn you around and kind of show you each rows of what we got and how they're looking. Alrighty, y'all, so the first little bunch of stuff that we have here is the green beans. They're all looking really healthy, ready to kind of explode. And we love it. We're ready. I think I planted 10 plants. They're all doing really well. We're going to be canning a lot of it, eating some fresh. And it's funny because the dogs actually like green beans too. Alrighty, and right here we have one lonesome edamame. Well, it's this one and this entire row, because I ran out of Chinese noodle bean seeds. And I love me some Chinese noodle beans. They're growing really well. As you're seeing, they're already starting to trellis and live their life. If y'all remember from last year, they're really kind of cool looking. And I decided to try this year, and they are actually looking so good, y'all. Couple nibbles on them. But these are edamame. If you don't know what edamame is, I am going to leave a picture for everything that I show on the screen. So that one and the one by itself over here. Excited. So now let's head back through the green beans. And this is going to be the first row of tomatoes. As you see, they're bulking up really nicely. They are 20-foot rows, and this is going to be our beefsteak. And once they get taller, as you see, they're starting to do, since the hog panel is only so tall, I'm going to wire up. And then once they hit this level right here, then I will prune the top of them so they won't get any taller but bushier. And it was a 16-foot hog panel, so y'all know I do not like tomato caches, but the woman that I bought the homestead from had 4 billion that I can't get rid of, so they came in handy, as you could tell, all the way at the end. Next row is also a slicer tomato, and it is our Jet Stars. All looking really, really good. Even some on there, I think. Yep. There they is. Again, I'll wire trellis, but they should be really good and prolific. We did 100 feet of tomatoes, so I'm sure we're gonna just have a bunch of tomatoes. All right, the next one, this one right here, and the one all the way at the end, at my two ends, are the cherry tomatoes, and it's the variety is 100. And again, I'll leave the picture on the screen, but they're looking really good. A lot of flowers. And then right next to it, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have the trellis one. Are Brandywine. And they're all looking really good. They're kind of like a really yellow, meaty tomato. They're the bougie tomatoes that folks out at the farmer's market. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and do that too. Ooh, I'm gonna have to pull all these up, y'all. Or trellis all these up. And then of course, the little smaller ones, this one, and this one. Backstory is we had some horrible wind in April that blew up our row cover and back down and snapped these 4 of the Brandywine. So I had to replace them with transplants of the Celebrity. I've never done Celebrity before, but I've heard people talk about them, so we'll see. And of course, like I said at the very end, that's another one of the 100s. It's so crazy, I guess, where the plants are, because these two, even though they look small and they are somewhat trellised, I put them the same time as this one, and they're different sizes. But it's really the same here. Like you got that one compared to down there, so I guess it's just the plant, y'all. Oh, and there's already baby tomatoes. Yeah, we gonna have cray tomatoes this year. All right, next 2 rows are our Romas. Again, they're 20-foot rows. These are getting really bushy this year, and I've pruned. But I think I remember last year that the Romas didn't get as tall as the slicers, but bushier. So you can see a lot of yellow flowers, which is good on both sides. And they're just gonna produce a lot. I use the Romas for my salsas. I use it for tomato sauces. I want to try tomato paste this year. So really excited. Oh, I see some babies already. So it's about to pop off, y'all. All right, next one's here. So I still need to buy a hog panel for this one, but these are our bell peppers. We did 40 feet of bell peppers, except these 3 right here, the tall, odd-shaped ones, those are jalapenos. So I put the jalapenos right here at the end. We did a lot of jalapenos last year, but we don't need that many. So that's why I did this, but we will be selling them. Peppers are looking really good. I'm seeing flowers. I'm even seeing some baby ones already starting. This is gonna be a very prolific year. Prolific. Let me see if I can talk today, y'all. All right, let's walk over to my cucumber aisle. It's just a lot, y'all. And I planted half what I planted last year, and they still going to cray town. And y'all, these were supposed to be bush, but they're actually vining, as you could tell. So way to go, Walmart, for putting wrong information on the labels. I see a lot of cucumbers already starting. We're going to be pickling, selling, all that good stuff. All right, and these 4 right here are definitely smaller. They're kind of trying to catch up. They've been getting eaten a lot, y'all. And these are replacements because I had something after I sprayed eat these 4 eggplants. And so I bought some more, and now they're eating these too after I've sprayed them, so who knows. And these right here are Mom's okras. I'm already seeing some little okra starting, which is so good because they're getting munched on too. What? I don't know what's going on. But these are the okras. Mom's the only one that eats them, and we'll be selling them, so yeah. All right, y'all. And then the jungle, that is the zucchini and squash area. There's so many on there. I probably need to come back after I shoot. Yes, we are watering the leaves. They're healthy. They get plenty of water. They just, during the hottest part of the day, which is when I'm shooting, they like to wilt and look like they're passing out, and they're not. They're fine. And it's usually the squash that do that. Oh my gosh, look at all the squash that are out here. That is just so crazy. Yep, I will be coming back out. I'll tell you, since I did this and I spread them out and I spaced them out and I didn't have them bunched up into the smaller area that I had last year, they have thrived. And we're going to have so many. Again, we're selling at farmers markets, but zucchini squash is a veggie of choice here at Ormsby Farm, especially in the air fryer. If you want recipes, click that thumbs up and I will do a recipe in the air fryer with those. But now we're going to walk over to the corn patch because the corn is looking really good. This is our first year of growing corn, and I did a couple different varieties, but I don't know if you'll see it on the camera because I don't know if they're out right now. But here on Ormsby Farm, a mama deer had her baby in a little small part. Is that them? No. On our property. And the baby is so small, so they are just kind of hanging around until he's able to jump the fence like they did. So it's by the corn area where they hang out. The mommy and daddy used to always kind of like stand and watch us water. Like, don't y'all come nowhere near our baby. And we not. Settle down, Mr. and Mrs. Deer. But y'all stay out of my garden. How about that? But okay, we are over here now in the corn area. And they have gone crazy already. I'm gonna flip you around. Okay, so these first 3 rows, I had to replant because I got some bad seeds from Walmart. And yeah, they didn't germinate. So I bought some peaches and cream at a big box store, and they have done really, really well. So I'm really excited, really happy about that. So the first 3 rows are peaches and cream. I think I had one germinate. I think that was the one seed that germinated out of all of these. But all of these are transplants. And then these next 3 rows are blue Indian popcorn. And I got those from my friend Christina over at Hilltop Gardens. And they have done so good. I'm so excited to try these. And I also got from her these last 2 rows, which are a glass gem. And again, for all of these, I'll put the picture on there of the corn. But I got these from Christina as well. So I'm so excited. All of them germinated. All of them have done really, really well. Again, this is our first year growing the corn. So we'll see how it does. I will say it does get really good sun until about maybe 4. So I've got to like count the hours to make sure it gets at least 8. But you can tell the ones that I think are shaded are big and juicy. So I think they should be good. I did learn that you only have to water about once a week for the corn. They like hot and dry, so that's great. And what's actually cool about this corn area, which I will leave the video here, I actually have tilled it up this year, is this right by our grapevines. And we've met some great people at market. And one of the guys that we met is going to come over, and first he's going to get these grapevines back to glory, but he's going to teach me how to prune all of the trees because the grapevines, they do well and they produce. I can see that birds are getting some of the little ones, but they just need to be pruned because grapevines ain't supposed to be looking like giant bushes. And the peaches didn't do a good again this year. So they coming down. And one of the plums. Now, the plums did amazing this year. I just think they're too close together. So they're going to come down. And our pear tree got blight, y'all. I've sprayed it and it's still producing pears. But it needs to be pruned, definitely. But yeah, I couldn't believe it after I said last year, oh, pears, they're so hardy, blah, 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 blah. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Talk too soon. Oh, I'm seeing blue on the blueberry bushes. I may have to come and oh my God. It's so good. It's so good, y'all. Looking like a fat kid. Chomping away. How about on this one? Now, this one's still new, but not yet. Almost. Lots of blueberries, though. Here, these trees are coming down because I want more blueberry bushes. So when we cut down the peach trees this year and the persimmons, because the persimmons just didn't do anything and it looks terrible, and I don't know what to do with persimmons. They're all getting cut down, plus this one big tree right here. It's called a Texas trash. And this area will be dug up, tilled. I'm gonna put some more blueberry bushes and probably some raspberry or blackberry as well. I want to keep my orchard to pretty much just orchard, fruit trees, fruit bushes. All right, walking by one of the figs, looking great. I'm already seeing some little fig babies on there. It did really well last year. We did fig and pear jam. We did bacon wrapped figs. It was great. Here, as you can tell, the watermelon was a flop again, year 2. So this will be mowed, and we're actually going to put some aluminum, well, I don't even know if they're aluminum, but water troughs, and do some strawberry beds all the way along here. So maybe 4 or 5. The boo thing, Lisa over at Yogi Hollow did it, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. So Lisa, I'm stealing your idea. So yes, so that is the garden tour. Oh, those two, we could probably walk over there and see if it did anything. It probably didn't. Our peaches did not do good at all. And that's why they're coming down. But that is where we're going to put our apple tree. We want an apple tree. We love apples. It'll be a while before it produces, but we'll be able to get it. Yep, see, not a whole lot of nothing. And of course, I do know it probably is because it needed to be pruned, but I've heard, we had somebody from our extension office come out, that peaches are one of the hardest fruit trees. They're really susceptible to diseases and bugs and pests. And ain't nobody got time for that because we don't even eat that much peaches. And if one thing that I've learned is every square foot of my farm has to be making me money or saving me money because I'm growing it myself. So that's why, bye-bye peaches. But y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this garden tour. If you enjoyed it, I hope you are liking and subscribing to follow us along on this journey. Hit the bell icon so you know that anytime new content drops to the channel. Follow me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Ormsby Farm. And until next video, y'all, be blessed. Bye.
I'm coming home.